When's the last time you broke up, or did somebody break up with you?
Pretty recently.
Okay. Did you break up, or did they break up with you? That's very personal.
It's really personal. I don't want to throw out any relationships right now, but I can speak about the past.
Okay, that was the past.
I can speak about, in general.
Would you rather have a guy be authentic? Let's say, for instance, we go out 5 times or something, and all of a sudden I say to you, listen, you're awesome, but we don't have a ton in common. It's just, there's no it there. Would you be pissed, or are you okay with that?
No, I'd be happy. I think that's the right way to do it.
So instead of just saying, oh, it's me, it's not you. If I was authentic and I'm just saying I just don't feel it with us. I don't like things you like, don't interest me, and it's cool, right? And you'd be cool with that.
Yeah, I'm not like how you just put it. Not exactly how you put it, but no, just say, I think we're on 2 different pages, and we're not connecting the right way.
Because I watched the College Football Committee, and they're trying to couch everything. Instead of just saying, listen, eyeball test, we think Alabama's better than Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's lost 6 guys, good players, to injuries. We're going to put Alabama ahead of Notre Dame. Instead, they're using all these, hey, it's not you, it's me. It's game control. It's circumstances around a loss. It's strength of record. It's strength of schedule. Why can't you just go up? If I was on that committee, I would just say, Baylor, you don't look as big and athletic as Notre Dame or Stanford or Alabama or LSU. And that's all you'd say. And because last night, the college football ranking, Clemson 1, LSU 2, Ohio State 3, Alabama 4, Notre Dame 5. I have no problem with that. I thought they had Stanford a little low, and Iowa I had 87th, so they were a bit high at 9. But my point being, instead of couching everything and being, it makes it worse. It makes it look like when you start couching stuff, everybody can see through it. So if you break up with somebody, you would just say, we don't connect. There's no it there. Yeah, it just doesn't. So you don't think that's being rude. Now, John this morning said, because I was ripping, I look at Baylor and I'm just like, you don't look the part. Sorry, Baylor, you score 60 on everybody like Oregon, but Oregon never, ever, ever beat LSU. Ohio State lost twice. Auburn, Stanford beats them a lot. What do those teams have in common? They play punch in the neck football. So Oregon can score 50 and 60. They couldn't beat Boise State twice. Physical teams with NFL personnel up front beat Oregon. And Oregon suddenly is an Oregon. Even during the Chip Kelly era, they'd score 60 a game, and that's dropping starters in the third quarter. Then they'd go face Auburn, and they'd play starters the entire game, and they couldn't run the football. And so I look at Baylor last year, they were averaging 50 a game, right? 55 points a game. They play Michigan State, a real defense, in a bowl game. 0 points in the fourth quarter, blow a 21-point lead. Oh, funny, they couldn't move the football when it came down to it against a team that plays real defense. And John said, that doesn't make any sense with my dating analogy because...
The equivalent for your analogy would be you want the committee to tell Baylor they're ugly and they smell bad and you're not going out anymore.
That is a little harsh.
Have you done that before? That someone smells bad?
I told a girl she smelled like hamsters once. It didn't go well. Let me ask you this. Can you not just say, eyeball test, Bama looks better than TCU? I follow recruiting. Alabama has better players than TCU. There's no question of that. Alabama, the New England Patriots roster. Go look at rosters in the NFL. Cincinnati Bengals. A lot of these guys, I know Andy Dalton's a TCU guy, but you look at a lot of the elite rosters in the NFL, they got a lot of SEC guys. Well, what do you want to say? These Big 12 teams don't play any defense. What do you want to say? Why can't people just say that? The Big 12 right now doesn't play the kind of defense we think wins national championships. I'm okay with saying that. TCU has 3-star athletes. Alabama's got 5. And generally 5s beat 3s. Why can't anybody say that? I will tell you this. Last night I had dinner. A guy who is a senior vice president of an NFL franchise, and he told me that Notre Dame's the real deal. He said, despite their losses, they have a linebacker who is a lottery pick. They have a, high top 5 guy. They've got a left tackle. They've got a wide receiver. So Notre Dame's got real players. So people can complain about Notre Dame. They've got 1 loss this year at Clemson, really close. I'll tell you what, Brian Kelly is an unbelievable coach. Anybody that doubts that guy, Notre Dame's the real deal. Because I talked to people last night, had dinner with NFL people, and they're like, no, Notre Dame's got real first-round NFL talent and linebacker, left tackle, wide receiver, corner, like guys you need in the NFL. So I find it, I'm just hearing all these circumstance around a loss, game control, common opponent. Just say we're breaking up. We just don't connect. You just don't look the part. You've got smaller athletes and don't play defense like Alabama does. Instead, it becomes wordplay, and I think it makes the committee look worse.